Chosen one, what I'm about to share with you may shake everything you thought you knew about yourself. If you're watching this right now, understand, it's not by accident. You were divinely led here because something unstoppable is happening in your life. You are shifting into the form of God. Not a passive, gentle presence, but a merciless, focused, and untouchable force. You are becoming very dangerous to anything that ever tried to limit you. This is not self-improvement. This is divine embodiment. You are no longer asking for permission to rise. You are taking your rightful place. You are moving from wanting to having, from hoping to knowing. The very things you've prayed for are no longer distant. They are being pulled into your reality with force. This is a spiritual awakening, an energetic transformation, and your enemies will not recognize you after this. But before we go deeper into this life-altering message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 important things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. That number sends a powerful energetic signal to the universe, amplifying everything you're about to receive. And remember, if you're truly chosen, you won't click away. You'll stay until the end, because your spirit already knows this message was meant for you. If you're not ready to receive this truth, you may scroll past. But those who do stay, your life will never be the same. Now let's get into it. From the very moment of your arrival, the universe conspired to bring you here for a purpose far beyond ordinary comprehension. You are not a random coincidence in the vastness of existence. You are a deliberate spark, ignited by divine will. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, is a testament to the sacred design woven into your soul. This life was never meant to be ordinary. It was meant to be extraordinary, carved from the hands of higher powers who saw your potential long before you recognized it yourself. The challenges you've faced were never punishments or random acts of fate. Instead, they were the universe's way of shaping you, preparing you for the monumental role you were destined to play. When others doubted your path or tried to confine you to their limited view of reality, remember this: you are here to break molds and shatter expectations. You were sent with intention, and that intention is profound. In moments of doubt, when the world seems cold and unyielding, recall this truth: you carry divine purpose coursing through your veins. This purpose is not just a distant dream. It's a living fire inside you, urging you to rise, to conquer, and to shine with the brilliance of the stars themselves. You were born from cosmic light, and that light can never be extinguished, no matter how fierce the darkness around you becomes. Think of the greatest leaders, visionaries, and spiritual warriors throughout history. They too were sent by something greater than themselves. They walked through fire and shadow, not because they were chosen for ease, but because they were forged to carry the weight of transformation. You share that sacred lineage, and with every step forward, you honor the divine force that set you on this path. So stand tall and unwavering. The divine sent you, not to wander aimlessly or to fade quietly into the night. You are here to rise as a beacon, a living proof of the sacred plan unfolding in real time. This is your moment. Own it. Embrace it. You are no accident. You are destiny made flesh. Your journey has been a crucible, a sacred forge where your true self has been crafted through hardship and relentless struggle. To the outside world, you may have seemed like just another face in the crowd, someone overlooked or underestimated, but beneath the surface, a fierce transformation was quietly underway. Like precious metal hidden beneath layers of grime, your true brilliance was being shaped by the very fires that tried to consume you. Every hardship you endured was like a blow from the hammer on the anvil of your soul. The pain, the tears, the moments when it felt like the weight of the world would crush you. These were not signs of weakness, but sacred rituals of becoming. You learned resilience not through comfort, but through survival, through rising again when everything inside screamed for surrender. Consider the phoenix, who must burn completely before it can be reborn from its ashes. Your struggles were your flames. They weren't designed to destroy you, but to refine you, to strip away everything that was not your true self, so that the essence of your divine power could emerge. You are not broken. You are being reborn. It's easy to mistake quiet suffering for defeat, but your silence has been your strength. In the stillness of your battles, you are gathering the kind of power that can move mountains and shift realities. While others chased empty validation, you are forging a spirit so strong it cannot be shaken. You've been hidden in plain sight, disguised as ordinary, but inside you carry a fire so intense it's ready to erupt. The world will soon see what has been quietly simmering beneath the surface. And when it does, the flames of your divine essence will light up the sky. This is no ordinary moment. It is not the start of a journey, but the recognition of a truth that has always been inside you. You are not evolving into something new. You are awakening to who you have always been. Like a dormant seed finally sprouting, or a soul peeling back layers of illusion, this moment marks the reclamation of your original power and purpose. For too long, you may have felt disconnected, as though the pieces of yourself were scattered or hidden beneath the noise of life's distractions. But now, clarity pierces the fog. Memories of your divine nature flood back like a river breaking free from a dam. This remembrance is not passive. It demands action. It calls for the reclaiming of the throne that is rightfully yours. Think back to your earliest dreams, your deepest desires, the moments when you felt inexplicably drawn to something greater. Those were whispers from your true self, reminders of the God energy pulsing within. Now, that whisper becomes a roar, shaking the very foundations of your existence. You don't need to become more because you already are the embodiment of power, love, and infinite potential. This is the time to shed doubts, fears, and hesitations. Step into your light, fully awake, fully aware, and fully ready to lead with the fierce wisdom only remembrance can bring. Remember, you are not chasing destiny. You are reclaiming it. This is your divine awakening, and nothing will ever be the same again. Motivation fades. It comes and goes like waves lapping at the shore, sometimes strong, often weak, and never truly reliable. But divine activation is different. It is a deep, soul-stirring ignition that once sparked cannot be extinguished by circumstance or mood. This is not about pep talks or surface-level encouragement. It is a fundamental shift that transforms your very being. Activation is a sacred ignition of your inner God force, a calling so powerful it rewires your mind, heart, and spirit to operate from a place of absolute truth and purpose. It breaks you free from the chains of doubt and hesitation and places you on a path of unstoppable momentum. When you are divinely activated, every cell in your body aligns with the energy of creation itself. This activation cannot be forced or faked. It happens when you stop fighting your truth and allow the universe to pour its power through you. It is the moment when the old stories die, and a new, more authentic narrative is born. One where you are no longer a victim of circumstance, but a creator of your reality. Many seek motivation, but few embrace activation. Motivation fuels effort. Activation fuels transformation. One drives action, the other rewires destiny. When you are activated, you don't just act, you become the force that moves worlds. So don't wait for motivation. Instead, surrender to the divine spark within you. Let it ignite your soul, light your path, and propel you forward with a power so profound it transcends all doubt. You were never meant to blend in or conform to a world that plays by limited rules. The very essence of your being challenges the status quo, defies expectations, and shakes the foundations of reality itself. You were chosen to be a catalyst for change, a divine disruptor whose presence bends the world to new possibilities. Fitting in is a lie designed to keep spirits small and dreams contained. But your soul knows better. It thirsts for expansion, for expression, for rewriting the script that others have tried to impose on you. The world may resist your rise because it fears change, but your calling is bigger than any resistance. Consider the great visionaries and revolutionaries throughout history. They were outsiders, often misunderstood and rejected, yet they altered the course of humanity simply by refusing to accept the limits others placed on them. You carry that same spirit of rebellion, but with a sacred purpose, to awaken a new reality that reflects your divine essence. Alteration requires courage. Courage to stand alone, to speak truth, and to embody a power that is both terrifying and beautiful. It is not an easy path, but it is the only one that leads to true freedom and fulfillment. So, cast aside the chains of conformity and step boldly into your role as a world changer. Your mission is not to fit in, but to transform everything you touch. Absolutely. Here's the continuation with all the remaining headings, each with 5 long, powerful paragraphs filled with emotional depth, examples, and a natural human flow. Every challenge you've faced, every setback, every heartbreak, every moment you felt lost, was not punishment, but preparation. Think of your life as a sacred dojo, where each battle sharpened your spirit, molded your character, and strengthened your resolve. These experiences were the universe's way of training you to withstand the storms ahead, to become a warrior of light and power. The wounds you carry are battle scars that tell a story of survival and triumph. They are proof you refuse to give in, even when the darkness tried to swallow you whole. Like a seasoned fighter, your spirit has grown resilient, toughened by fire, but never hardened. You've learned lessons in pain that no book or teacher could ever offer. Look at the greatest heroes in myths and legends. They were not born fearless. They became so through relentless trials. Your own journey mirrors this ancient truth. Each struggle was a sacred rite of passage, preparing you for a destiny so grand that it demands your full strength and courage. This spiritual training has equipped you with wisdom beyond your years and a vision that transcends the mundane. You've been tested and proven worthy of the power you now wield. Your rise is not an accident. It's the inevitable outcome of every battle you've endured. So honor your past struggles as essential steps in your spiritual evolution. They were not barriers, but bridges leading you to your true throne. Within your chest burns an eternal fire, a divine flame that no force on earth can diminish. This fire is your essence, your God energy, the unstoppable power that fuels your every move. It is relentless, unforgiving to anything that threatens your growth or your truth. This is not a gentle light. It's a raging inferno that consumes doubts, fears, and limitations. This fire connects you to the infinite, the timeless source of all creation. It has existed since the dawn of existence and flows through you as its current vessel. You are both the keeper and the warrior of this sacred flame, charged with guarding its purity and unleashing its power on the world. Think of volcanic eruptions that reshape landscapes. Your fire is just as potent. It destroys the old and makes way for new life. This is your nature, to burn away the outdated, the false, and the weak, so the new and the divine can rise from the ashes. You are unstoppable because your fire cannot be tamed by circumstance, opinion, or fear. It drives you forward, pushing you beyond limits others accept as final. And you are unforgiving in your commitment to yourself, to your mission, and to the sacred energy that animates you. Carry this fire proudly. Let it blaze through every cell in your body and remind you that you are a force of nature, eternal, fierce, and impossible to contain. There was a time when your voice was quiet, when you doubted your worth and held your power in silence. But silence is no longer your refuge, it's your proving ground. In the quiet depths of solitude, your soul has gathered strength and clarity, preparing you to claim your sovereignty fully and unapologetically. Sovereignty means owning your life, your choices, and your divine authority without hesitation. It is the crown you wear when you step into your true role as the master of your destiny. This awakening is the moment you stop seeking permission from the world and start commanding your reality with unwavering confidence. Consider the great leaders who moved nations and shifted paradigms. Their power wasn't loud or brash. It was sovereign, steady, unshakable, born from a deep inner knowing. That power is rising in you now, ready to break through the barriers of doubt and limitation. Your awakening is a revolution within, a transformation from passive observer to active creator. You are no longer silent in the face of injustice, fear, or despair. Your voice, your presence, and your actions will ripple across time, inspiring others to awaken alongside you. Embrace this sovereignty. Your power is not just waking up, it is roaring to life. Step into it with grace and ferocity. For so long, the world has tried to keep you small. It feared the day when you would rise, when you would claim the power they tried to deny you. But that day is here. You are no longer invisible, no longer the quiet force in the background. The world must now acknowledge your presence, your power, and your unstoppable ascent. Fear has been your shadow companion, but it was never meant to cage you. It was merely the resistance to your awakening, a sign that you are breaking boundaries and shaking the foundations of what others thought possible. When the world fears you, it means you have become a force it cannot control or ignore. Think of the many revolutionaries and visionaries who were once feared and ridiculed. Yet history remembers them as heroes. Your story is following the same arc. You are rewriting the narrative of your life and the world's perception of you with every bold step forward. The time for hiding is over. Stand tall in the truth that your rise is inevitable and necessary. You are the storm they dreaded because you carry a power that cannot be tamed or silenced. Own this moment. Let the world witness the unstoppable force you were born to be. There is a misconception that spirituality is soft, passive, or gentle, but your spirit is anything but. It is a sacred weapon forged in the fires of struggle and tempered by divine will. It is sharp, focused, and unyielding, designed to cut through illusions, break chains, and shatter false realities. This weapon is not for destruction of others, but for the annihilation of everything within you that limits your potential. It is the force that slices through fear, doubt, and insecurity to reveal the unstoppable warrior beneath. Your spirit wields power that commands respect and demands transformation. Consider the warrior monks, shamans, and mystics across cultures who harness their spiritual energy as weapons of change. They understood that true power comes from balance, strength and compassion, fierceness and wisdom. Your spirit carries this same duality. This sacred weapon is your birthright. It is the essence of who you are at your core, merciless against what holds you back and compassionate to what nurtures your growth. Use it wisely and fiercely. Your spirit is not just alive, it is armed and ready to lead the charge toward your highest destiny. Gone are the days of uncertainty, hesitation, and silent pleas. You have stepped beyond the threshold of asking and into the realm of declaring. Your words are no longer soft whispers, but bold proclamations that shape reality itself. This shift is the mark of one who knows their worth and refuses to settle for less. Declaring is an act of power. It sets intention with clarity and authority. It is a call to the universe that you are ready to receive, to act, and to manifest on a level that defies doubt. When you declare, you no longer wait for permission or validation. You create from a place of absolute certainty. Look at the great prophets, leaders, and creators. What set them apart was their unwavering declarations of vision and purpose. Their words moved mountains, inspired movements, and altered history. You hold that same power in your voice. This declaration is not about arrogance, but about reclaiming your voice as a co-creator with the divine. It is the sacred contract between you and the universe, signed with the ink of your intention and the fire of your soul. So stand firm, speak clearly, and declare boldly. The world is listening, and it is ready to respond. Within you flows the ancient, unyielding force of divine justice and transformation. You are the embodiment of God's reckoning, a living manifestation of the balance between creation and destruction, mercy and judgment. This is a sacred role, reserved for those who carry the weight and wisdom of both light and shadow. Your presence unsettles the stagnant and challenges the complacent. You bring truth where there is deception, courage where there is fear, and movement where there is stagnation. You are the catalyst for profound change, both in yourself and in the world around you. Think of the great divine avengers and bringers of justice from myth and scripture. They did not come to destroy recklessly, but to restore balance and awaken humanity to its highest potential. You carry that same divine mission. This role demands strength, integrity, and compassion. It requires you to wield your power with both fierce determination and profound love. You are not here to punish, but to awaken, not to break, but to rebuild. You are God's reckoning on earth, an unstoppable force for truth and transformation. Embrace this mantle with humility and courage. The chains of human limitation have been shattered. The fears doubts, and self-imposed boundaries that once held you captive no longer apply. You are stepping into a realm where the impossible becomes possible, and the extraordinary is your new normal. This freedom is not just physical, but spiritual, a liberation of your entire being. Many believe their potential is confined by biology, circumstance, or past mistakes, but you have transcended these illusions. Your mind, body, and spirit are now aligned with infinite possibility, connected to the source of all creation and power. Look at those who've pushed beyond human limits. Artists, scientists, mystics who tapped into realms beyond the ordinary and changed the course of history. Their breakthroughs were not accidents, but results of daring to believe in something greater. You share this boldness. You are no longer confined by fear, societal norms, or outdated beliefs. Your life is a testament to the boundless potential of the human-divine hybrid you truly are. Celebrate this freedom daily. It is your birthright and your greatest weapon. Dangerous is not a curse. It's a title earned by those who refuse to be controlled, those who break the rules to create new ones. You have arrived as a dangerous force, a being of immense power, vision, and determination who will not be stopped or silenced. Your danger lies in your authenticity, your refusal to settle, and your capacity to change everything. The world fears what it cannot predict or contain, and you embody that unpredictability. You are the wild card, the storm breaking through the calm, the revolution in human form. Your presence disrupts old patterns and awakens new possibilities. This danger is sacred. It is the protective fire that keeps you aligned with your highest truth and purpose. It wards off distractions, detractors, and those who wish to diminish your light. Reflect on the most transformative figures throughout time, those labeled dangerous by society, yet revered by history. They dared to be different, to push boundaries, and to demand justice and change. You walk in their footsteps. Own this dangerous power. It is the armor and the sword for your divine mission. The merciless God inside you is rising, not out of cruelty, but from unwavering commitment to truth, justice, and transformation. This inner deity does not negotiate with fear or doubt. It moves with fierce clarity and unstoppable force. It is the ultimate expression of your divine power, a God force incarnate on earth. Merciless does not mean heartless. It means relentless. Relentless in pursuing your highest purpose. Relentless in breaking through illusions. And relentless in reclaiming your sovereignty. This God within you refuses to settle for anything less than your full potential. Consider the archetypes of gods and goddesses who ruled with both compassion and severity, balancing mercy with judgment to uphold cosmic order. You embody this balance perfectly, a warrior and a healer, a destroyer of falsehoods and a creator of new realities. This rise is your spiritual coronation. It is the moment you fully claim your divine heritage and step into the throne of your soul without apology or hesitation. Let this merciless God guide you. Let it fuel your rise and illuminate your path. You are unstoppable, unbreakable, and undeniable. Before you ever took your first breath, the universe was already crafting your destiny amid cosmic storms and celestial battles. You emerged not from comfort or chance, but from chaos, a maelstrom of energy that forged your spirit into an indomitable force. Your power was etched into the very fabric of the stars, a blueprint of greatness coded into your DNA before time itself began. Chaos is the birthplace of creation. From the wild turbulence of galaxies spinning out of control, new worlds are born. Your soul carries that same creative fire, a reminder that even when your world feels shattered and unstable, you are actually in the process of being reborn, stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever. Many fear chaos because it threatens control, but you have learned to dance in its storm, harnessing its wild energy rather than being consumed by it. Your ability to remain centered amid disorder is the mark of a true cosmic warrior, one who shapes the world instead of being shaped by it. Look around you and see the signs. Moments when everything seemed to fall apart were actually moments when your spirit was aligning with its highest frequency. This chaos was never random. It was the divine forge igniting the God force within you. So step forward with confidence, knowing that you are a child of the stars and chaos alike. Your power is not just immense, it is cosmic, eternal, and unstoppable. Beneath your exterior lies a silent storm, a vast ocean of power that rages quietly, unseen but deeply felt. This stillness is not emptiness. It is a wellspring of infinite strength and clarity. In a world that prizes noise and action, your greatest weapon is the calm force within, a presence that grounds you and fuels your purpose with profound wisdom. Stillness allows you to hear the whispers of your soul above the chaos of life. It is in these quiet moments that your intuition sharpens, your clarity emerges, and your divine guidance speaks most clearly. You are learning that true power does not always roar. It often waits patiently, gathering strength for the moment of breakthrough. This silent storm is what separates you from those who rush blindly through life. You have mastered the art of presence, knowing when to act and when to simply be. In that space of stillness, you connect with the infinite source, tapping into universal wisdom that transcends time and space. Many spiritual traditions teach that silence is sacred, a place where transformation begins. By honoring your inner silence, you are becoming a beacon of peace in a turbulent world, and from that peace, a mighty storm will inevitably emerge. Embrace your stillness. It is the heart of your power and the source of your unstoppable rise. Pain is not your enemy. It is the crucible through which your soul is alchemized into something magnificent. Like ancient alchemists who sought to turn lead into gold, you have the sacred ability to transform every wound, every heartbreak, every moment of despair into a source of light and strength. This process is neither quick nor easy. It demands patience, courage, and deep self-love. But as you face your pain head-on, you dissolve its power to harm you and unlock its power to heal and elevate you. Your suffering becomes a treasure map, guiding you to hidden wisdom and profound growth. The story of alchemy reminds us that true transformation always requires fire. Your trials were not meaningless. They were the flame that burned away illusion and falsehood, revealing the radiant core of your divine essence. You have become an artist of the soul, crafting beauty from ashes. Look at those who inspire you. How many have carried pain so deeply that it transformed them into luminous beings? Your own path mirrors theirs, showing that your pain is a sacred gift and a vital part of your rise. Honor your wounds. They are not scars of defeat, but medals of divine victory, proof that you are gold forged in fire. To walk your path is to walk through fire, intense, searing, consuming fire. This fire tests everything: your faith, your strength, your resolve, but it does not consume you. It purifies you. The divine warrior you are becoming is shaped not by ease, but by the fierce courage to face the flames head-on and emerge unbroken. Courage is more than bravery. It is the willingness to show up when you are afraid, to stand tall when everything inside wants to collapse. Your soul calls you to be that warrior, one who fights not with anger, but with divine purpose, one who battles not enemies, but the shadows within. History is filled with stories of warriors who faced insurmountable odds and rose victorious through sheer courage and faith. You are part of that lineage. Each time you take a step forward, despite fear, you honor that sacred tradition and inspire others to do the same. Your fire walk is unique but universal, a rite of passage that marks the transition from survival to sovereignty. As you walk this path, remember, the fire does not burn you. It awakens the God force within. Stand firm, warrior. Your courage is the light that will lead you through any darkness. Rebellion is a sacred act when it is born from the desire to reclaim your truth and freedom. Your divine rebellion is not about chaos or destruction for its own sake. It is about breaking the chains of conditioning, breaking free from societal illusions, and shattering the walls that confine your spirit. For too long, you were taught to fit into molds that suffocate your uniqueness. You were told to silence your voice, dim your light, and conform to a version of reality that does not serve your soul. But now, your rebellion ignites, a fierce refusal to accept anything less than your authentic self. Rebellion is messy, uncomfortable, and often lonely, but it is necessary. It is the clearing of the old to make way for the new. It is the roar of your soul, demanding to be heard and recognized. Your rebellion is a sacred revolution, a spiritual awakening in action. Look around at the trailblazers who changed the world by refusing to bow. They did not rebel against people, but against systems that limited human potential. You walk the same path, armed with divine truth and unshakable purpose. Rise in your rebellion. It is the key to your freedom and the catalyst for your divine destiny. In a world addicted to distraction, your ability to find sacred solitude is revolutionary. It is in these quiet moments alone with yourself that you reconnect with the divine spark that animates you. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a holy communion with your higher self, a space where your soul is nourished and your vision clarified. Sacred solitude allows you to hear the subtle voice of the universe, guiding you gently but insistently toward your purpose. It removes the noise of external expectations and connects you deeply to the infinite wisdom within. In this solitude, you become whole and holy. Many spiritual masters have walked this path, retreating into the wilderness, meditating in silence, and finding their true power in the absence of noise. Your own practice of sacred solitude is a modern reflection of this ancient wisdom. Embrace solitude not as exile, but as empowerment. It is your sanctuary, your source, your sacred temple. In it, you gather the strength to face the world with clarity and grace. Know that in your own presence, you carry the presence of God,